Hello, I'm Naki. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is a recreation of seemingly Sarah's 10-minute Pinterest outfit recreation. So if anything, it's like a recreation of an existing recreation. And I did change a few things, so you'll see when you continue to watch the video, but I insisted on making the straps a little bit bigger and double layering the ruffles, because I felt like my fabric was a little bit too thin. But yeah, keep watching to see the process.
Alright, the first step is to cut out your fabric pieces, which is the width of your bust. In my case, that is 76 centimeters. However, in this case, we're going to double the measurement, so I'll end up with 152 centimeters, and then your desired length of the top. I didn't want mine too long, so I stuck with 38 centimeters, but if you want a more crop top feel, I would suggest making this shorter. So all in all, you're cutting a piece of 152 by 38 centimeters of fabric. I did mine in 2 pieces, however I would suggest making one continuous stretch of fabric. I then used a stretch stitch to join the 2 pieces together. Once that was complete, I then overlocked the edges of the fabric, followed by me flipping up the fabric by plus minus 1 millimeter, like as thin as you can possibly get it, and straight stitched along the edges. Folded the fabric along the double bust length down plus or minus 7 centimeters, pinned it in a straight line and straight stitched while removing the pins as I go along. I then cut out the elastic the same length as my bust size. I straight stitched this piece to the end of the fabric so that it would remain quite sturdy before we moved on to starting the ruffles. As you can see, along the double bust length, I stitched out the bust length elastic so it stretched over the length of the fabric. I straight stitched down the length and pulled as I went along. I did this along both sides of the elastic. then proceeded to turn the top inside out and straight stitch the top closed along the length so that it's one continuous circle. Moving on to the sleeves, I decided to make my sleeves relatively thick, 4 centimeters wide by 6 centimeters length. I then proceeded to cut up 8 of these pieces and straight stitch the 2 pieces together, leaving one 4 centimeter side open. On to the trickier part. I'm trying to turn the mini fabric tube inside out using one chopstick. I tried to use the safety pin method earlier, but it just took a little too long, so I just stuck with the chopstick method. Is that a thing? So you just shuffle it through whilst continually pulling until it's completely right side out. I did this 4 times for each of the straps. When that's complete, I tried on the top and added the straps where I thought they best fit and straight stitched them on as close to the same stitching as the elastic so that it was as discreet as possible. With that, we're done.
So as you can see, it's a very quick, easy summer tutorial. If you want to start sewing, it's the perfect thing to start with, or even if you just want to add to your wardrobe. But yeah, I think I had quite a bit of fun doing it, and I think I'm gonna focus on summer tops for now as I improve my sewing technique. And yeah, thank you so much for bearing with me up until this point. See you next week.